Hi, I'm Dale Jensen. I'm not a camera guy. I don't work on this side of the camera. I work in a shop. So for me to be on this side is a little awkward. I'll start with a buddy of mine wanted me to review his new welding hood versus mine. I'm a professional welder. I do fabrication. I don't do production welding. This is a good hood for fabrication. All the masks I'm talking about, I'll try and link in the description below. The 3M speed glass is the top of the top. That's the standard by which everything else is measured. I've never worn one. That's what I've been told. The Sentinel A50 is a solid welding hood. I like it. I've had this hood for 5 years. It does really well. We got it when it very first came out. I have no complaints. The optics on it are very nice. The adjustability on it is really cool. You've got a touch screen on the inside and it's out of the way. The outside of your hood is clean and smooth, so if you're welding in tighter areas like roll cages or anything like that, it's smooth, it's small, it fits my head nice, and it fits in tighter spots. These hoods with the knobs on the outside, I've worn them. You're going to be banging the knobs, you're going to be changing your settings. From the quick little preview that I've worn both these hoods for just a second, the optics in them is completely different. This was much clearer, much more comfortable to wear. If you're working on a weekend and you're welding in your garage and you don't need a $375, $400 welding hood, this would be a very good option. It's kind of like the right tool for the job. If you're just welding in your garage, working on the weekends, working on cars, puttering, this would be a really good choice. If you're a production welder and in a shop where all you do is sit there and weld all day long, you're going to want a better hood than this. This one's a little heavy, but it's also very comfortable, and the weight's distributed nice and it feels good. Okay, so we're going to get into some adjustability. The knobs for the Yeswelder hood are on the side. You have your sensitivity and your delay. How long after you stop your arc, the hood stays dark is your delay. Your sensitivity is how fast or how bright of an arc you need to show. Kind of hard to read. The cut and grind button is kind of, this is like a three-way switch on this one. It has a weld, a cut, and a grind. So you've got adjustability for your shades here, which isn't super clear. I mean, the little tiny pointer there is kind of points you in the right direction, but it's not something you see real easily. On my hood, when I want to grind, I reach up and I click a button, and this lens isn't going to darken. I reach up and click it again, and I'm ready to weld. It's not a feature I use very often, but it is handy and it does get used. When I'm doing plasma work, I'll just put it on grind and then do my plasma work. That's like a number 4 shade for this hood on grind. So it works really well for plasma just on grind. This I've had for 5 years. It's like an old baseball cap to me. It just fits perfectly. It stays on. It does what I need it to do. Getting a hood adjusted and getting all the tensions adjusted and the depth of the head and everything adjusted is pretty easy on this. This is a pretty intuitive hood. This one, the hood is okay. I've already spent some time adjusting it. This hood is a lot lighter than this hood physically. This hood on my head feels a lot heavier. Again, if you're doing fabrication and you're welding all day long, this is the hood you want. If you're working in your garage, this would be a really good choice. The next thing that we're gonna kind of hit on is the field of view. This has a larger field of view, and this has a smaller. I've never needed more field of view. This is ample for what I do. This is going to give you a bigger viewing area, but I've never needed more than what this one offers. That's the Yeswelder field of view, about 3 inches from the lens, kind of sort of where you'd have it on your head. This is the same distance from the lens for the ESAB, the Sentinel A50. You can probably tell the difference. Hopefully in that shot you can also see the difference in clarity and optics. I feel the ESAB has a lot clearer picture or clear view than the Yeswelder. Battery on the Yeswelder may hold up a little longer. It shows it has 2 solar cells to charge the battery. The Sentinel only has one up here at the top. I have to change the battery in about every 9 months. That's using it pretty much every day. The Yeswelder, we don't know. It's a new hood. So changing the batteries isn't a big deal. We're going to shoot some video through the welding hoods so you can see the difference in the optics between the two and the field of view and all that type jazz. It should be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how this one welds. I haven't tried it yet. And then we'll come back, we'll see what we think once we get them done. Okay, I've got the Yeswelder hood on. I don't know about the settings, so I just kind of guessed at them. I've got it clicked to weld, and we're gonna try it and see what happens here. I'm not mad about that. Okay, we've put the ESAB Sentinel A50 mask in front of the camera, and I think you'll be able to see just fine through it. So let's see if you can see what's going on here. I hope you can see that. I'm gonna put down a little weld with a Sentinel and just kind of show you how it feels and how it fits. I was happy with that. I did not think the Yeswelder was that bad until I put the ESAB on. The difference in the optics is pretty significant. The Yeswelder is a totally acceptable helmet if, like I said, you're working on the weekends and you're just trying to weld some stuff up. If you're working as a professional, the ESAB the optics are night and day. I really like the ESAB vision and quality a lot better. The field of view, like I said earlier, the field of view does not bother me. That one has a bigger field of view and this one is smaller. The smaller doesn't bother me. You're looking at one specific spot when you're welding. I'm going to put down a weld. I'll be wearing the ESAB hood. We're going to put the Yeswelder hood in front of the camera, and I don't know if you'll be able to see a difference on camera, but with my crappy old eyes and my readers on, I can tell a big difference in quality. On here. With the ESAB, you can see a lot more detail in your weld. You can see if there's dirt in it a lot easier and stuff like that. So, like I said, for professional use, the ESAB is an inexpensive alternative. Still not cheap. The Yeswelder, I could weld with that if I had to. I wouldn't be mad about it. Durability, I've had this for 5 years. I use it daily. I don't see this holding up in a real shop for 5 years. I see the knobs getting beat up and it just not working out real well. But for 80 bucks, you can change that out 3 times, 4 times for the cost of this one. So it's not, just depends on how you want to spend your money. Hope you liked the video. Hope it answered a couple questions and you found it interesting. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Please subscribe. I've got a little channel with a couple other videos with me building some stuff. It's kind of cool. There'll be an Amazon affiliates link. So if you're interested in these, click on that and it'll take you straight to what you're looking for. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'll keep an eye on the comments and answer any questions you guys have. If there's stuff that you want me to review and you would think would be interesting, leave it in the comments. That would be super cool. I'd be more than happy to review whatever you recommend. Thank you.